What's up, everybody? It is time for the first week of Halloween. I decided to do it a little bit different. Instead of doing the 31 days of Halloween, I'm doing it by week. This is week 1. So to start off, I watched Pet Sematary and Pet Sematary 2. I made a double pack. Pet Sematary 2 is a DVD. I don't remember seeing Pet Sematary growing up. I may have, but I just don't remember anything about it. And I know that they have made another one. They did a remake of it with John Lithgow. So we'll see how that turns out. But, you know, the original, it is really good. It holds up so well. It was released in 1989. And it's a sad story. I mean, the dad deals with, you know, the death of his kid and then the death of his wife, and then he has to like re-kill the kid. It's super sad, but it's done very well. I was entertained the whole way through. It's a good disc. You got some good special features in here, including an audio commentary with the director, Mary Lambert, and the real locations that they used really added to kind of the spookiness of the story. So there we go. That is Pet Sematary. Now, Pet Sematary 2, I don't even know what to say about part 2. I didn't think it was horrible. It's just very kind of different than the original. It came out in 92, so not all that much later. Clancy Brown is wonderful. Really, I mean, the performances are fine, but Clancy Brown kind of shines in the movie as the stepdad. And the relationship between Eddie Furlong and his friend was very good. It's just kind of a goofy sequel. It's very early 90s. It feels very dated, and for me, maybe not a horrible thing. I kind of enjoyed looking back on the early 90s a little bit. The end got a little weird. It's like, wait, what is going on now? What? You know, with the mom coming back and kind of the boy's weird relationship with the mom. At times it felt like a music video, sort of, which kind of makes sense because I know Mary Lambert has directed quite a few music videos. The gore effects were done well, but overall kind of a goofy sequel, but one I would watch again. So, you know, who knows on that one. Next up is To Hell and Back, the Kane Hodder story. I ordered this one maybe a couple months ago. What an interesting story. I had no idea about his Kane Hodder's background. I knew that he had some burns on him, but I had no idea about the story and how extent the burns were. It's very sad what happened and the pain that he went through. And it just kind of reminded me, in a sad way, but you never know what someone's gone through or what someone is going through. And it doesn't matter who it is. You know, it doesn't matter if it's, you know, the person down the street that you think has all their shit together. It doesn't matter if it's a celebrity. It really doesn't matter. Someone's going through something, or they've gone through something. And this poor guy, you know, he went through extreme bullying in school when he was little. You know, it goes through the documentary follows his early work, and then his time as Jason Voorhees, his time as Victor Crowley in the Hatchet movies, you know, his stunt work all the way up to his acting, and just how hard he's worked to kind of get where he is. Very good. Highly recommend. And I didn't get to watch all of the special features, but I know there are a lot of deleted scenes on here. So if you're interested in learning about Kane Hodder at all, I highly recommend watching that one. Next up is another documentary, Lost Soul, The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau. Man, oh man, this is batshit crazy. I kind of included this one because Island of Dr. Moreau, especially, you know, the 90s version is just kind of crazy and deals with crazy creatures and whatnot. This is a fascinating story, for real. If you have not seen this, I truly recommend giving it a watch. This is, I think it's how many discs? 3 discs. So you have like the documentary and the special features. You've got the H.G. Wells files, and then you've got Richard Stanley reading The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells. It's really insane. This whole story is insane. Dealing with the people at New Line, and whether or not maybe Richard Stanley should have taken on such a big project. Was he ready to take on such a big movie? Did they give him a chance before firing him? You kind of hear two different sides. That's like New Line saying one thing, Richard Stanley saying another thing. So the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. You go through the casting, the various actors that have been casted and swapped out, all the egos that they were dealing with from, Val Kilmer and Marlon Brando, and like those two guys, from according to the documentary, were nightmares to work with, and kind of all the shenanigans that went on set, and how Richard Stanley actually snuck back onto the set after he had been fired and was an extra. It's goofy. It truly is goofy, and it makes you wonder. We all know, the end product and this version of Island of Dr. Moreau. It makes you wonder, what would have Richard Stanley's version have looked like? Would it have been better? Would it have been totally batshit crazy? Who knows? But I do recommend checking that one out. All right, then we have 1997's Under Wraps. It is, now I did a little bit of research on this. It was the Disney Channel's first original movie. And it is a shame that this one is so out of print. The DVD. It's not even on Blu-ray. I would love to see the Disney Movie Club maybe have like an exclusive Blu-ray. That would be fine, because I would definitely buy it. I know they've done that with like Freaky Friday and several other Disney titles. But this is one that I think definitely deserves, or at least an upgraded DVD, something, because it's a good family Halloween themed movie. It's kind of like a Harry and the Hendersons, only with a mummy. And maybe for kids 12 and under. I mean, it's fine as an adult, you watch it, but I think maybe any kid over 12-ish may think it's kind of lame. But it's good. It's cute. If you can get a copy of this, I definitely recommend checking it out. Of course, my 13-year-old, he still thinks it's fun. The 19-year-old thought it was horrible. Whatever. It was fine. Also, I wanted to bring up American Horror Story. If anyone is watching the new season, Apocalypse, strong season. I'm really digging it. I've enjoyed all but 2 of the seasons. I didn't like the one in the hotel, and I think it was the last seasons I didn't enjoy. I checked out after maybe 1 episode. But Apocalypse is super strong, and I really look forward to seeing where they go with it. They've already connected Coven, they've connected the hotel season, they included that Leatherman from Death House season, so we'll see where it goes. And then so the next one up is Document of the Dead. I've had this one for a while, just never watched it, and it's good. It's really good. This is another one. It was originally released in 85. And the original cut, because I guess there were 3 cuts of this documentary. So the original one was 66 minutes long. And that's the cut that deals with primarily Dawn of the Dead. And I thought that part was really interesting, because you got to look at the pre-production, the production, the post. You get the securing the distribution. That was all really cool and interesting. And then it also kind of went back onto Night of the Living Dead, and you got a little bit of Martin in there as well. Then in, let's see, what year was it? 89. They expanded it to 84 minutes. And there they included a lot of kind of on-set footage from Two Evil Eyes. For me, that part was kind of meh. It was fine. And then in 2012, they expanded even longer to 102 minutes and dealt with just a little bit of his later films, like Survival of the Dead, Land of the Dead, all those. And that one was okay too. I really enjoyed kind of that first hour of documentary. And I know some people have complained about just kind of how raw the documentary is. That's what I loved about this, is that it wasn't real polished. It was just kind of, hey, here's kind of the raw footage, and we'll talk to Romero here a little bit, and we'll talk to Tom Savini here a little bit. I liked it. So definitely, if you're a Romero fan, Dawn of the Dead fan, check this out, because it's good. Survival of the Dead, Diary, those are the ones I forget. And then last, oh hi friend, how are you? Okay, all right. Last up for week 1 is Van Helsing. Oh. Okay, I love you too. Come on now, let me finish. This is the 3-disc Ultimate Edition on DVD. I've seen it before, and I do not believe in guilty pleasures. Either you like a film or you don't like a film. And but Van Helsing is one of those ones where it's like, it's cheesy. The special effects are not great, but I just have fun with it. I've always had fun with it. And watching it again, it's like, wow, okay. I think, because I usually watch it once a year, and it's like, yeah, this really is cheesy. And those special effects do not hold up. I don't think they even held up in 2004. They were probably iffy then. But Hugh Jackman's fun, you know, Kate Beckinsale's in there. And you just got a lot of, like, universal monsters. Wolfman and Jekyll and Hyde and Dracula. They kind of just throw them all in there. It has one of my favorite transitions from studio logo to film. The Universal logo, the globe, is black and white and then is set on fire, transitions into the film, and it's the end of a not a pitchfork, but a stick with the end on fire, because they're going up to like Frankenstein's castle and whatnot, and they're going to protest. It's really cool how they did it. It's really cool how they did that. Anyways, tons of special features on this 3-disc edition. I'm assuming that most of it was ported over to the Blu-ray, because it is on Blu-ray. But that, really? But that's it for my first week of Halloween. That's what we've watched so far. Let us know what you've watched down below. If you've been watching some good scary movies, horror movies, whatever, is the season to do it. It's still in the 80s here, so it doesn't really feel like fall, but we're trying to get there. We are, aren't we? Huh? Okay, get down. Thank you for joining me for the first week. Yes, I know. I see you. All right, get out. Thank you for joining me for this first week of Halloween. I'll be back next Sunday for another fresh set of movies that we've watched. It'll probably be a good combination, because the little one wants me to watch like Happy Death Day, and we'll probably throw in a couple family Halloween movies in there. So I will catch you guys next week. Take care.